doesn't come up, then yeah, we'll have to go.
Oh my God, we have something.
Did you interview me?
Yes, finally.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, testing.
Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. It's 2:30. My name is Josh Cole and these are your latest sports headlines. Sad news coming out of Bashley this weekend as striker Jordan Chidozie was hit by a car on the M27's hard shoulder after stopping to change a tyre. The former Bournemouth and AFC Tottenham player has been put into an induced coma, leaving everyone associated with Bashley stunned and his teammates were in bits. A 44-year-old Berkshire woman was arrested on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle above the legal alcoholic limit and causing serious injury by dangerous driving. The Six Nations kicked off last week with France, Scotland and Ireland all winning their opening games. This week, England will take on quick starters France, who scored 43 unanswered points against Wales as they look to get their first points playing Italy. This was the first time Wales have failed to score in a Six Nations game since 1998. Scotland play Ireland at Murrayfield on Sunday to round off week 2. This Sunday in New Orleans, the Kansas City Chiefs will play against the Philadelphia Eagles to crown the winner of the 59th Super Bowl. The Chiefs have the opportunity to become the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. This is a rematch of the 2022 Super Bowl, which saw the Chiefs emerge victorious 38-35. Super Bowl fever is taking over the Solent Redhawks as they talked about their journeys in American football.
This weekend, we visited university team, the Solent Redhawks, as they took on Oxford Brookes. In America, the sport of football is huge, but this side of the pond, the sport is far behind, although it has been growing with multiple NFL games taking place in English stadiums over the last 5 years. University is the highest level most players in the UK will ever see, mostly played in front of friends and family, far smaller than American games played in front of tens and thousands. We asked some of the Solent team how they were introduced to the sport and how it could grow.
It was a couple of years ago. I was up late one night instead of studying for my physics exam the next day, and I saw that the Super Bowl was on. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch the Super Bowl. And then it's just been a slippery.
So it was American football, not UK football.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York. I'm originally from New York, and I started playing football when I was about 7, 8 years old.
How do you think American football compares in the UK to back in America?
Well, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but in the States, they start playing when they're 6, 7 years old.
Much younger.
And here they don't start playing until they're 15, 16.
I went to Freshers Fair and I saw them at the booth. Thought it was kind of cool and came down for a practice session.
So had you ever seen like American football on like the American side, or had you watched like American football in the UK?
No, I'd never seen it in the UK, but I'd seen it in some of the American games. Thought it was a bit different.
We now go live with Ethan Cook over at Hoglands Park.
And cue Ethan. Cue Ethan.
So as you could see from our package, a main way that fans in the UK get into the sport is through the Super Bowl, and that is taking place this Sunday between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. For new fans of the sport, it can be quite an intimidating sport to get into. It looks like it's quite busy. So I'm here with one of the Solent Redhawks that you just saw playing, Ibad Ahmed, to tell us a bit more about the sport. So to start off with the rules, in football in this country, we're used to points being scored one at a time. Can you tell us a bit about how scoring works in the NFL?
Yeah, of course. So in the NFL, how scoring works is when you get a touchdown, that is worth 6 points. So from there, the team can have an additional 2 ways to get an extra 1 or 2 points. 1 point being a field goal, where a punter kicks it through the field goal, and that is the easier option, or you could take a risk in lining up on about the 2-yard line and trying to get another touchdown, which would result in 2 points.
So another big difference is watching English football, you're used to seeing all 11 players on the pitch all the time. I know that's different in the NFL. You've got an offense and a defense. Can you walk us through the positions and how they work?
Yeah, of course. So I won't start with the quarterback because most people already know who that is and what that player does. They throw the ball. So we can start off with my position on defense, which is a linebacker. So we actually make up the heart of the defense, where we are ready to make big tackles. We have to be speedy, agile, and we have to always read the play. We have to see what the quarterback is doing, whether it's a throw, whether it's a pass off and it's a run. Another position is the wide receiver. So they are on offense. Those are the people who are the smallest on the team, but they're the most agile and quickest, and they're the ones who are actually catching the ball, running lots of distances to get those touchdowns, which you will see in games. And to end it off, we've got an O-line and a D-line, so offensive line and defensive line. Those are actually the players, the biggest guys on the team you see right in front of each other, going toe-to-toe, with the O-line protecting the quarterback and the D-line trying to get through to get the quarterback.
So like you said, say we're going for 2 points, what would be the sort of thing I would be doing as a receiver if you're the quarterback?
Perfect. So it's very easy to just say we can run straight forward, but we're going to give you a little positional drill. So this is called cover one. We're going to get you running for a second forwards and then cut left, and I will throw you the ball, all right? So on my go, we'll throw it. Apologies if I don't make a good throw, I'm not a quarterback. All right, we're going to grip it like this. All right, go. Nice, good catch. Perfect. All right. He doesn't know this, but we're going to show him some defense as well, all right? Just run to me slowly. We're just going to do a light tackle, all right? Nothing crazy. You'll be fine, all right?
Thank you, that's all from us here. Back to you in the studio.
There you go, that's all you need to know about American football ahead of the Super Bowl. Super featherweight boxer John Cooney is in intensive care after his defeat on Saturday to Nathan Howells in Belfast. The contest was stopped in the 9th round in what was Cooney's first defence of his Celtic title. The 28-year-old was assessed on site by the medical team in the ring before he was transferred to the Royal Victoria Hospital in Belfast for further treatment. A statement was released saying that the boxer suffered an intracranial hemorrhage and underwent immediate surgery to relieve pressure on his brain. Chelsea striker Sam Kerr allegedly called a Metropolitan Police officer stupid and white after a row with a taxi driver. The Australian football star is on trial charged with causing racially aggravated harassment to PC Stephen Lovell during the incident in southwest London in the early hours of January 30th, 2023.
Morning, Kurt. Morning.
Anything to say, Sam?
Sam, how are you feeling about today?
Today.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sam, anything to say about today? How are you feeling?
Luke Humphries won the World Masters final against Johnny Clayton. That makes it his 7th major PDC title from 11 finals. Humphries appears to have shaken off his disappointing World Championship campaign, and he aims to be the first darts player ever to reach £2 million in the PDC Order of Merit. The basketball world has been left in shock after Luka Doncic was traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the LA Lakers. The 25-year-old, who is the 4th highest all-time scoring player with 73 points in a single game, was involved in a 3-way trade. Former NBA title winner Anthony Davis and guard Max Christie will go the other way, along with the Mavs' first-round draft pick for the 2029. NBA fans around the world were shocked at the magnitude of this trade.
This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of in recent NBA history, as far as it was never clearly out there. And you saw two teams in Rob Pelinka with the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison there, doing this deal. And I'm told Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, the players, coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea.
Newcastle United have contacted police following shocking racist abuse towards midfielder Joe Willock after the Magpies' 2-1 home defeat to Fulham on Saturday. The 25-year-old took to social media to reveal the appalling abuse he received online from fans. Newcastle have released a statement stating there is no room for racism anywhere. England's women's cricket team suffered the first 16-0 sweep in history as they were whitewashed by Australia at MCG. Heather Knight's side were beaten by an innings and 122 runs in sole test. The loss on day 3 of the pink ball game at the MCG followed 6 straight white ball defeats. American football team Southampton Stags have been out of form since their defensive captain Max McGeechy was ruled out of action after getting a serious wrist injury. This came from an attempted tackle against Bristol Barracudas that went wrong. The defensive linebacker was crucial to their side before the injury, and now their poor results has put their playoff hopes at risk.
Southampton Stags have been out of form since defensive captain Max McGeechy has been out due to a serious wrist injury he got against the Bristol Barracudas. The defensive linebacker was crucial to their side, with his credentials speaking for themselves.
Last year I was Rookie of the Year and made it to GB under-19s. This year, in the first game, I was defensive MVP and was on track to get MVP for the whole season. However, the chances of that have gone down since I hurt my wrist.
Max has had 2 surgeries following his injury, having to have metal wires placed in his wrist.
I was in the class for 2 months in November and December. I dislocated my lunate bone in my wrist, and I'd done it by missing a tackle on a play that had gone wrong. And since then, the form has gone down.
The Southampton Stags have lost 3 of their last 4 games, damaging their playoff hopes. If they do fail to make the playoffs, Max would miss the remainder of the season.
At the weekend, we lost 17-16 to Bath. I hope we make the playoffs because it means that the senior players get to play for longer, and it gives me a chance of possibly returning and playing for Stags one last time in my second year.
During Max's recovery, he's been helping the team train, forced to watch the games on the sideline. Now halfway through his recovery, the defensive skipper is close to being back on the field.
Every time I'm at the game helping the team, it just feels like I want to be back on the pitch. I have now got 3 months of physio to do, and I'm currently 1 month on the way through, but I don't know how long it will take to get back to football.
The Stags' playoff hopes rely on a win in their final game, or Max's season is over. Zach Jackson, Solent Sports News.
Jordan Henderson got into a heated conversation with a reporter following speculation over his Ajax future. The 34-year-old was rumoured to be on the move to Monaco, but denied any possibility of the move, stating the rumours were not true. The Englishman says he wants to stay in the Dutch capital, brushing aside rumours of moves elsewhere in Europe.
Can you say, Jordan, why you wanted to make a transfer to Monaco? Based on what again? The coach just told us that you wanted to go to Monaco.
The coach told you that I wanted to go to Monaco?
Yeah, because you had the big offer.
Because I had a big offer?
Yeah.
It's not true.
No?
No.
Then you're...
The sport of paddle is constantly growing in popularity across the UK. Many players from sports such as tennis and badminton have transferred over, finding it much easier. Our reporter Nathan Williams went to find out what the hype is all about.
What is it that David Beckham, Stormzy and Zlatan Ibrahimovic have in common? Well, it's this, the game of paddle. I'm here at Paddle Star Southampton to try it out for the first time. Paddle tennis is played on half the size of a usual tennis court and uses bigger and thicker paddle rackets, making it easier to hit shots. First impressions of paddle, certainly a lot more fast-paced than tennis. It's a lot more forgiving as well. You've got the walls at the back to save you if you need them. It's a lot much more easy to pick up and certainly much more enjoyable, I feel. Oh, what a shot, by the way. In Southampton, Paddle Stars allows for players to rent out one of their 6 courts for as little as £25. Gabriel O'Keefe, a member of the Solent Uni tennis team, has been playing paddle for 6 years and talks about how it's great for any type of player.
Compared to tennis, is much more accessible. Firstly, the basic skills are much easier to pick up. You've got a smaller court and you've got the walls around you, so it's more forgiving. So it's easier for younger people and older people to get into it as well.
He also says Paddle Stars is a great opportunity for students for such a low price.
About £5 each. Compared to tennis, you're probably looking about £20 to book a court for an hour. So again, it's much more accessible in terms of price as well as picking up the skills.
Paddle Star Southampton also provides a social element. Once you finish playing, you can watch them paddle and have a few drinks with some mates in the lounge. Paddle is only expected to keep growing in Southampton and beyond, with more and more taking part by the day. Nathan Williams, Solent Sports News.
Arsenal are looking to overturn a 2-goal deficit against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. The Gunners will have to go to St James's Park and get an unlikely result if they wish to meet either Liverpool or Tottenham in the final. Liverpool play Tottenham on Thursday at Anfield, with Ange Postecoglou's side looking to capitalise on their 1-goal advantage. UFC 312 sees middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis take on Sean Strickland in a rematch. Du Plessis won by split decision in January 2024, which saw him become champion. Strickland will be looking to get his belt back in Sydney. Also on the card, the women's strawweight title is up for defence as current champion Zhang Weili fights undefeated Tatiana Suarez, with the US fighter currently favourite to win this race. That's it from me today. To continue to check out our website solentsportsnews.com for live updates, where you can read about all of our stories. Thanks for watching and goodbye.